Ladies and gentlemen, we have just joined the Hypixel SkyBlock Alpha, but finally, Better Mayors is here. So we're going to be going over a lot of things today. There is a whole list of patch notes. We're going to cover all the big stuff in this video. Make sure to drop a like on the video if you haven't already, subscribe, and let's jump into it. Okay, here we are. So if we go ahead and take a look at the calendar and events, we can see Nancy has been elected for this year. This is not a real candidate. That is just like the placeholder that they've got for us right now. But as you can see, the community center looks completely different. This is it during winter, so it is winter right now. So the whole hub is winter themed, but without all the snow, it's gonna look really crazy. The clock tower looks dope, I'll be honest. That looks really sick. And apparently it does keep time with the real in-game time. So you can see it just swapped to 7 a.m. as the clock switched over. So you can see the actual real time in-game right there. But the inside of the community center is different as well. You can see there is a minister now that is going to be taking place right here. But we'll go into the election room and let's talk about all of the crazy things that are going on in here. So if we click on the elections, you can see first off, there is Mayor Finnegan. He has a new perk, which is all garden visitors reward fine flour and 10% copper for accepting offers. Invites 5 unique visitors to your garden and makes high rarity visitor 20% more likely to show up. And as you can see at the bottom, it's got minister perks with a star next to it. So if a mayor gets elected or they get second place, basically, if you get second place as the mayor, then they will be the minister and their perk will be active even though they didn't get elected during this election. So let's say Marina gets first place and Finnegan gets second place. Finnegan's perks will be active, specifically this one perk with the star next to it. So Goated will be active while Marina is mayor until the next election, which is pretty crazy. And there's some other new things that were added to all of these mayors. Like Diana now has a sharing is caring, which unlocks 2 EXP share slots, which EXP shares have been completely revamped, as well as a few other things that we'll get over here shortly. But let's first off talk about Finnegan's perks. So the blooming business perk rewards fine flour. Basically what fine flour is it's the same thing as exportable carrots are for carrot, but it is for wheat. So basically you give 3,000 of it to Carolyn and you get 12 extra fortune towards wheat, which is pretty fancy. Plus the new visitors are pretty nice. They showed a few of them in the patch notes, so let's check that out real quick. So on the patch notes, it says there's 4 new visitors, which on the game it shows 5, so we're not really sure which is which, but they announced 4 of them in here, which are the Baker, the Vinyl Collector, the Pest Wrangler, and the Ravenous Rhino, which the Ravenous Rhino apparently is going to be giving dedication 4 books. I'm not sure if it's 100% guaranteed. It probably isn't, but it'll at least be a new way to get dedication 4 books, which will be really nice. But as you can see, each different type of visitor gives a different type of flower or a different amount. So uncommon visitors will give 1, rares give 3, legendaries 5, mythics 10, which is pretty fancy, pretty nice. And as well, they added some new things to Talbot's shop, which I believe is the NPC by the Trapper. So we can go over there and check that out in game right now, actually. So he gives a new stinky cheese potion, which gives extra bonus pest chance, as well as a pest vest, which decreases the spawn time of pests and gives bonus pest chance, which is really nice. And a new brown bandana, which gives even more bonus pest chance. It's a pet item similar to the green bandana, but it gives more pest chance based on every pest bestiary you unlock. We should look in museum and see if they added any more old items and how many new items are there. That's true. We should check that out because there's a lot of new things there. Yeah, nothing new in weapons. Check the armor because they have added a new glossy mineral armor because they added a new item to mining fiestas. So we can go check that out in the community center real quick, because I believe that coal is an option to be elected. But basically schedules 5 mining fiestas now throughout the year. So each of these fiestas is different from the new ones or from the old ones. The old ones, there were 2 fiestas while Cole was mayor, and they lasted 5 hours each. Now they last 2 hours each. So 2 hours and 20 minutes per fiesta, but there's more fiestas. So it's going to be a lot better for those of us who don't want to wake up in the middle of the night to start working on a fiesta. So This is a lot better. They also, his perk right now is Molten Forge, which is one of his new perks. It decreases the time it takes to forge items by 25%, which is really nice. So that's, again, got a star next to it. So if he gets second place in this election, that's the perk that will be active from him while he is Minister. That's really nice. But basically, the glossy gemstone adds a ton of new crafts, which they mention again in the patch notes. Some of them include the sapphire cloak, which is a whole new gemstone equipment set. It grants extra mining fortune while mining sapphire, and the equipment bonus grants a ton of mining fortune in the crystal hollows, which is really, really nice. But as you can see, they've got whole new equipment sets. One's mithril at Heart of the Mountain 2, one's titanium at Heart of the Mountain 3. Gemstones are unlocked at Heart of the Mountain 5, but there's also the gleaming crystal reforged stone, glossy mineral armor, and the glossy mineral talisman, which is an upgrade of the mineral talisman. So let's go check our forge real quick and see how cool those items are. Here's the mithril setup. So it gives extra mining fortune while mining mithril and grants mining speed and mining fortune in the dwarven mines, which scales as the full set bonus goes up. So that's all right. It's very cheap, only 3 enchanted mithril per piece, and it takes half an hour to make. So as a starter, this is pretty nice. Then you get up a little bit, and there's the titanium gear, which requires the old gear, and I just got murdered by a murder lover.
A few moments later.
It does require a little bit more. It requires refined minerals, which again is the item you get from Fiestas currently. So they're giving those a little bit more use, but you use those, they take 2 hours to make. I'm guessing this equipment is probably what is in the museum, but there's that. There's also the amethyst gauntlet, the jade belt, the sapphire cloak, and the amber necklace. So this is a whole new set, which on the picture on the patch notes, it looks like there was 3 pieces of the set, but it turns out there's 4. So that's pretty cool. It costs a fine and flawless, as well as 32 glossy gemstones. So again, the glossy gemstones are the new drops from the mining fiestas. So this is, again, a little bit better. It helps out a lot. It looks like a lot of mining speed, a lot of mining fortune. Very nice equipment. So you won't have to use a gemstone gauntlet and just star that up anymore, because this stuff looks like it'll be better, which is really, really fancy. Devon's powder coating. Okay. When applied to Devon's armor, grants plus 10 mining fortune, and applied to a drill, grants 500 mining speed. Can only be applied to an item once. Yo, that's really clean. 32 glossy gemstones and 32 refined minerals, 5 Devon fragments, and 16 enchanted gold blocks. So to craft this for your whole setup, you're gonna need 5 of these. So 4 for the armor, as well as 1 for the drill, which it's only 10 mining fortune per armor piece, but add it all together, that's 40 mining fortune and 500 mining speed, which is really nice. So it's pretty expensive with 5 fragments per. I'm guessing fragments are going to skyrocket in price as well, but it looks really nice. How are they going to buff mining even more and not add a farming fiesta? I mean, I don't know. Finnegan's buffs are pretty nice, so it's kind of crazy that they're still buffing mining, though, to be fair. Devon drill only or any drill? That is a good question. We'll probably have to wait until someone gets all the items from this, because I mean, it does take 16 hours, but it says when applied to a drill. It doesn't say it has to be Devon's drill. So it does say a recreation of the coding found on Devon's tools from his greatest expedition. So if it is only on Devon's drill, that is actually going to be a much bigger reason to get a Devon's drill. 500 mining speed is a much bigger buff, but that's kind of interesting that they're buffing mining even more. Let's see, what were the other items here? The gleaming crystal reforged stone. Let's see what that's like. The gleaming crystal reforged stone, which was at Heart of the Mountain 4, right here. Applies the lustrous reforge when combined with a pickaxe, which is just straight up speed and fortune. Is that better than auspicious? It might be, because auspicious currently gives 60 speed and 8 fortune. This gives less speed but more fortune, so probably better. That's double the fortune of auspicious. So, and that's only on a legendary, so it gives even more speed on a mythic, so it might actually be worth it. All right, so the mineral chest plate compared to the old chest plate, 125 defense, 15 speed. This gives a little bit more defensive speed. Automatically mine nearby blocks that have a breaking power of less than 4, plus it grants mining fortune on non-ore blocks. Okay, so this is going to be really, really nice for the netherrack that you have to do to get the Kudra relic. So this is going to be really, really nice for that. Much better. It's the same breaking power, so you can't break any new blocks with it, but it gives fortune on non-ore blocks, so that's also going to be really good for hardstone too. 200 extra fortune is really crazy. 200 fortune, hardstone mining with snail and this, yeah, that's going to be insane. But let's just go over some of the other items in here. I didn't realize Centauri had like everything. They did change a lot of things with Shin's auction, which we'll get to in a minute, because they did some stuff with Diaz, which is really, really cool. But we'll get into that. There's that fine flower I was talking about earlier. Pest vests, bandanas, and all that stuff. All the new equipment pieces, which, again, let's go check and make sure that that is what is in the museum, because I'm guessing that's what it is. It's probably all of that stuff, but let's take a look. So glossy mineral armor, yep, it does go in there. Yeah, all the new equipment plus the new party equipment, which, again, we'll go over. This update is actually insane. There's so much stuff, including this new carnival section, which we'll get to in a minute, but it's kind of wild. Does that work with Mycelium Red Sand? Those are not ores, so I believe it should, yes. So that'll make that work as well. That 200 fortune is insane, though. Holy smokes, man. All right, there's golden fragments, which you can right-click to view the recipes. Basically, it upgrades the Midas sword quite a bit. Oh my goodness. The maximum bonus of this item is 175 if the bid was 250 million coins. So the bid on Midas sword can go up to 250 million now, which is insane. That's like 55 extra damage from the Midas sword. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. There's also the Day Axe, which gets a pretty major upgrade. Currently 240 damage. After you upgrade it, it's 300, which is really, really nice. Man, the only reason it's giving sea creature chance, by the way, is because I have a sea creature pet equipped. So, and it also gains extra magic find against mythological creatures for each bestiary tier you have unlocked for them. Oh my word, that's gonna be wild. That's actually gonna be crazy, because I have all these bestiary max. I can get so many chimeras, dude. What's the cap on the spoon? All right, let's take a look at it. Currently, Midas staff has 130 damage with 100 mil as the maximum bonus. It goes up to 500 mil with this. Oh my goodness. It doesn't say the maximum bonus of this item is 40,000. Currently it's 26,000, so it's 14,000 extra ability damage from 400 mil extra. But yeah, that Day Axe upgrade, that's got to be an insane. 0.5 magic find against mythological creatures per bestiary. Let's take a look. So 20, so this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 extra magic find against mythological creatures if you have the bestiary max. Dude, chimeras are going to die in price. Oh my word, that's going to be broken. Like, again, they won't go down too much because there's not too many people that have that kind of bestiary, but for those of us that do, that's going to be insane, man. That's going to be wild. Holy smokes. But the way that you get these golden fragments, again, let's go back to the patch notes. Here they are. It's from DS. So basically, stock of stonks are actually going to be used now. So if you have stock of stonks, the price has probably already died if you're watching this as a YouTube video. But if you haven't sold these, probably the price is dead. And you may want to wait, but if the price hasn't died yet, go crazy. But honestly, these are going to have a ton of uses. They're going to be acquired from dark auctions and Shin's auctions and things like that. So basically, you can also exchange coins every 10 hours. There's a new type of auction that will give you different amounts for depending on your placement. So if you get top 100 bidders, you get 25 stocks. If you get top 500, you get 15. Top 1,000, you get 10. And it goes all the way down to top 5,000. Get 2, but literally everybody else gets 1 stock. So you can literally just bid a couple coins and get 1 stock of stonks. So it's kind of broken. Stock of stonks not going to be worth a ton anymore, but early on they'll be worth a little bit still. But anyways, you can trade those in for some new stuff, which includes golden fragments. Each golden fragment will cost 3 stock of stonks, and they also add avaricious chalices, which cost 50 stock of stonks. Use 1 to upgrade your emerald ring to the emerald artifact, and 4 to upgrade the crown of greed to the crown of avarice. So let's just take a look at those real quick. What was the name of that item again? The avaricious chalice, whatever you call it. Basically, you use it with a bunch of emerald blocks to upgrade the emerald ring to the emerald arty. So it gives 15 extra coins per minute, which is pretty nice. And then the crown of greed to the crown of avarice. Coins you collect from killing mobs are consumed by the helmet. Gain damage and magic find for each digit of coins collected, capped at 1 billion coins. Oh my goodness. What is this? The new Warden helmet? That's kind of crazy. That's a little bit insane. Hold up. Let's test damage with this real quick, because this thing could be broken. Oh my goodness. Hold up. Crown of Avarice. All right. Again, I have no kills on this thing, so it's not going to go too crazy to start with, but let me pop on my gear here. So Warden helmet with day axe, 374,000, which is nothing crazy. You know, it just did 1,000,000 coins though to that that minus hunter, which is kind of wild. Let's pop this bad boy on, get him a couple digits up real quick, you know, because it is giving us coins still, so he's not consuming all the coins, which is very interesting. But I don't know, this thing may be good, it may not be good. I don't think it's going to be on the level of Warden helmet, even at 1,000,000,000 coins, maybe at 1,000,000,000 coins, but again, it gives magic find, which is the real appeal here. It gives decent magic find and decent damage. So it's 284 right now with 100 coins. If I take the helmet off, I do 271. So it's really not that good for damage. But specifically for ghost grinding, this could be pretty fancy. Let's go over to the Dwarven Mines real quick. Get ourselves a couple more kills, you know, punch up the damage a little bit. So, I mean, we are able to one-shot these guys with it, but again, that is because I am using the full Crimson set and it's like full fiery, so it's pretty decent. If I'm not using the Crimson set, I wouldn't be able to do this, but that's at least got us up to 20,000 kills, which is pretty good. Let's go back to the hub. All right, spiders in. All right, let's try this then, since the hub's not working. We are using the crown, 300,000, 300,000. Versus the Warden helmet, 386,000. So yeah, I mean, its damage is not comparable at the moment. Again, I don't even have 1,000,000 coins on this thing, so it could get up to be a little bit better, but that damage multiplier is not nearly as good as the damage multiplier off of Warden helmet. It's 20% extra damage off the Warden helmet for every 25 speed versus a 1.5% boost. It's not good. It's not good. It gives magic find, which is pretty fancy, but I don't think this thing's still really going to be that valid. Okay, let's see what else we got in here. I think that's the majority of it. So let's talk about the party gifts and that stuff right now, because that is a big deal. Basically, Foxy just got a whole revamp, which is pretty wild. Let's talk about that over here on the alpha. Before we get into that though, Diaz did also add freshly minted coins, which used in various amounts to obtain scavenger ring, scavenger artifact, and ring artifact relic of coins, which is pretty wild. You need a lot of them, it looks like, to be able to upgrade these, but that's pretty cool. And also scavenger 6 is a thing, which costs 20 stock of stonk, so it's going to be pretty expensive, but I'm sure that's going to be pretty wild. But they have really cooked with this update. They really have. This is pretty wild. But the relic of coins, if you do get that, it has a chance to drop a stock of stonks every 60 seconds, but it is a 1 in 40,000 chance. So, you know, every 40,000 minutes, you might get a stock of stonk. But let's just straight up look at Diaz's perk. She doubles the item quantity from Shen's auctions, Shen's special, and Rift Shins on the year that she's elected. So there's twice as many auctions and all that stuff while Diaz is elected. She's not elected in game right now, so none of those perks are active, but it's pretty crazy stuff. Again, she does the stock exchange stuff. So the stocks auction, like I talked about earlier, is a thing. And then there's the dark auction and Shin's auction. But her best perk is that the minister that got elected while she was elected will have all their available perks in the next election. So whoever gets second when Diaz gets first, they'll have all of their perks in the next election, which is really, really fancy. So just investing in her whenever there's no good mayors is still a really good option. But let's talk about the Diaz or the Foxy stuff. As you can see, this whole section is all Foxy related. Basically, they combined the candy and gift perks into one perk. They added party chests and party gifts and a carnival that is in the hub active throughout the whole year. Basically, you get these chests from spooky festivals while Foxy is in office, and you get these gifts from the Winter Island while Foxy's in office. It's very low chance to get the gift, but it's still there. And the thing about the gifts is they don't really give a ton of crazy things at a high rate. Same thing for the chest. You can see the drop rates are very, very low, but there's carnival necklace and belt, a vampire mask, a carnival top hat, and a carnival ticket. The carnival tickets you exchange to be able to play the carnival games, and then depending on how many points you get in the carnival games, You can exchange those points for tokens. You then buy things. So it's a lot of stuff, but we'll talk about it here in a second. Let's see if the carnival gear is over at the NPC here or not. Let's see. I don't think he does, but he does have the party gifts. So you can trade these with people. So you can see there are party tier. We got a party the fish. Big fan of parties, yet it's hard to enjoy them without friends. That's kind of interesting. And we got 150,000 coins in that one. So these are like upgraded red gifts, basically. They can give some pretty cool stuff, which is pretty nice. But again, there's not a ton of insane things that you can get out of it. To be honest, this update is better than I thought. Yeah, it's really nice. Yo, stock of stonks. Let's go. Can be traded into Diaz when she's mayor for special item. Yo, that's pretty cool stuff. But yeah, I mean, you can see we've opened all these. We got the party the fish, but we haven't dropped like anything else. Of course, the one drop we get is the one that's like not actually useful in this update. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything crazy with this, unfortunately. But I don't believe any of this stuff is in the NPC, which is kind of annoying. But basically, those probably give like extra carnival tickets and stuff. But the carnival tickets are dropped from basically everything. It's from Jacob's farming contests, from Spooky, from fishing festivals, from party chests and party gifts. You can get them. Foxy's chivalrous carnival perk doesn't need to be active for players to earn tickets from these places. So basically, these are active at all times. From contests, from festivals, from fish, from parties and chests. You can open those anytime, even when Foxy's not in office, and you'll get the tickets. But unfortunately, I don't have any tickets on me right now, which is kind of sad because I would like to use them at the carnival here. But you can see it is active right now. We can go in and talk to these NPCs. Actually, I believe we can talk to this guy and he'll just give us straight up 50 tickets, which is really nice. He'll do that like every in-game day while Foxy is in office. I'll give you some things to start off. So there we go, 25 carnival tickets. So we can take these and go play some of the game. You can look at the souvenir shop and see what you can buy. Again, these cost the tokens that you earn from playing the game, but this is the accessory. And then these ones increase the stats of different things. I don't think these perks are active while they're inside of the accessory bag, but it's still pretty crazy stuff. Double the pet stats of your active bee pet is a crazy perk. The frog mask. Every skyblock day, a random region in the park is selected on that region. You gain 20 fortune and 5 wisdom. Wow. But this is one of the 3 games, is the Carnival Fisherman. You can talk to him and he'll tell you, welcome to catch a fish. Mayor Foxy graciously allowed me to use this pond for my attraction. The rules of the game are as follows. You'll be given 100 seconds to catch some fish with the fishing rod I provide you. Each fish has a different color and point value. Try to catch as many as you can before the time runs out. So, interested in playing? I am. Here goes. Good luck. Okay, so let's grab the blue one. Oh, do I need to, like, hold up. Hold right click to reel in fish. Oh, so I have to right click it. Oh, so you just hold down right click. Hold it down. Got you. All right. I got it. I was doing it all wrong. So the blue ones give 50 points, or the red ones give 50 points. The blue ones give 100 points, and the gold ones, I don't know how much that one gave, but it was a lot. Let's see. There's a gold one. This guy gives 200 points. All right. So definitely worth going for the gold ones. Probably aiming for the blue ones as well. It also will depend on how far away they are. But basically, every 100 points we get here is going to be a token that we can spend at the shop like I showed earlier. Again, it did cost us 5 tickets to get into this, so depending on how many tickets you have is how many tokens you're going to be able to get every single time that Foxy is mayor. So you're kind of just going to be stacking up tickets. You can't sell them on AH or Bazaar. They are soulbound, so you have to grind them out yourself, either by doing contests or by doing other things, but they are only from like gold and above contests as well, so it's going to be a little bit of a pain, but I don't think there's a ton of SkyBlock XP to get from this other than the accessories, but it is very cool. Very cool. But there we go. 5,270 score, which is really nice. Reached 3,000 score in a game of catch the fish, so we completed some goals. We got 250 carnival tokens for doing that. Okay, for doing that for the first time. So let's go over and talk to Chantel, and we can complete these goals. Or since we completed these goals, we got those rewards. Okay, so because we did these special goals, we got some rewards. So we can see I also need to catch 30 fish in a single game. Play 3 games of catch the fish, and then there's zombie shootout as well as fruit digging. So let's go try those out real quick. We got some carnival tickets back, which is interesting. I think we get those tickets because we completed these goals. So we're doing these goals every time we get more tickets, but this is the digging one. So let's check this one out. All right, So we're going to be digging up fruits with a trusty shovel. It does seem like a crazy good update. Let's try that. Let's try this one out though. All right, so we got to dig up fruits. It takes a while. Boom, we got a watermelon. So plus 100. Let's try this one, which is an apple. Nice. We got mango and another mango. So we're doing pretty good on our score. This one doesn't seem too crazy. Pomegranate, which is 200. Then another pomegranate, which is 450. Okay, another mango. We've got like 5 minutes to do this. So it looks like we literally just do all of it, I guess. Come on. I can't mine that one. Oh, we got the max amount we could, I guess. So we got an apple, 8 mangoes, a pomegranate, and 2 watermelons, and 2,750 score, which it looks like we didn't complete any of the digging challenges in that one. We didn't reach 3,000 score. We didn't dig up 3 apples. We didn't dig up 5 unique fruits, and we didn't dig up a dragon fruit. So if we wanted to get more tickets, we could try that one again and do that. But let's try the Carnival Cowboy one, which this is the one that was in the last alpha patch notes for the chocolate factory. They showed this one at the bottom of that, which was pretty awesome. So it looks pretty cool. Unfortunately, I think it is a bit dojo based, but if you don't want to play this one, you don't have to. It gives bonus if you do each individual one, but you do not have to. So then we just hold this stick and we can shoot different ones and get different points. So guessing the gold ones give more points than the not gold ones. So, oh, there's a baby one, which the baby ones move faster, but I think they give more points. Oh, hold up. I can't hit a shot. Get him. Nah, he got away. Pain. Oh, there's a diamond one. So the gold ones give 80. The iron ones, or the leather ones, give 30. Iron ones give 50. And it looks like if it's a baby, then it doubles the points, because that was 160, but the golds give 80. Because it was a baby, it doubled the point. So there's an iron one. Since irons give 50, that one gave 100. All right, pretty cool stuff. But yeah, again, you can tell it is a bit laggy, so kind of a pain sometimes, but it is what it is. We'll take it. We'll take it. Shooting all the wrong ones. There we go. And the diamond one gave 120. So if we get a baby zombie with a diamond on its head, it's going to be like a solid 240 points, which is pretty awesome. But we're getting a good amount of points out of this. I'm not sure how long it goes for. There's a baby. Please. No, I missed it. Pain. All right. We're doing pretty good though, I think. 3,000 points. I don't know how much longer we have. We have 11 seconds, so we better make it count. Make it count. 2, 1, boom. All right, we got 3,920 score, and so we did a couple of goals, got some more tickets back, some more tokens. So just from doing those 3 games, we did them each once. We have 518 tokens. So we can look in here, and we can see there's some perks here that you can get from the event shop as well. So you can increase your spooky hook level. This one I can't see. I think it's just increase the amount of candy you get. This one increases the chance for green candy to be purple instead. Increase your chances of finding trick-or-treat chests and party chests. So these are just basically an essence shop that you get from this. But we can afford the new carnival mask bag. We don't have enough tokens to afford anything else really. But if we got more tokens, we could check out some of these other things, which are pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. But yeah, that's awesome. I really like that update. Foxy is a lot cooler now. New talisman, which I don't think this is going to upgrade too much. It gives 1 intelligence for every carnival mask you get in there. But yeah, it is 1 row. So very interesting. Very interesting. I do like that though. That is pretty cool. Did you check /warp stonks yet? That's a thing. Hold up. /warp stonks. Yo, what? Where is this? Okay, there's a whole new stonk building. Okay, so we're right next to the graveyard here. So it's next to Bazaar. So this building right here, you can go inside and talk to all these NPCs. So Liz is the one that sells the different drops, which this is the golden bounty. When applied to a weapon, increases its scavenger level by 1. Okay, so that's scavenger 6 right there. There's the chalice. There's the golden fragments and the freshly minted coin. This item has a skyblock-wide limit of 5,000 units every 4 hours. Okay, let's see what this does. You can use it to upgrade your scavenger ring. You need 8 of them for that, as well as blood-stained coins. How did we get those? What? Interesting. Oh, blood-stained coins. There it is. Hemo glass. Okay, so more good stuff from Rift. Hog, and then Ring of Coins requires 4 of these, plus Talisman of Coins. Scavenger Artifact requires a Scavenger Ring, plus blood-soaked coins. Relic of Coins requires a stack of these. And then Artifact of Coins requires 16. How do we get blood-soaked coins? Hold up. I can probably get my hands on that. So let's grab this Hemoglass, and then we can make the blood-stained coins, and then use these to make blood-soaked. Blood-soaked with another 32. Wow, okay. All right, well, there's that. Yeah, stock of stonks has died for sure, for sure. But yeah, Hemoglass should go up in price. Vampire Maintenance might actually be worth it for a little bit, which is pretty cool. But also, you do actually have an incentive to play on the alpha now. They added, when you talk to Centauri, you can get this alpha checklist, and after you complete all of these items on this checklist, earn a commemorative item on the main server. The item will be delivered to you shortly after you've completed the objectives, which is pretty cool. So we can do these and get through all that. That would be pretty cool. Bid on the stonks auction would be cool. Forge an item, fish up a sea creature, assign a pet to an EXP share slot, which actually we need to talk about the EXP share stuff. They fully changed the way the pets EXP share works. You can see at the top right, it lets your pets gain pet XP without them being actively deployed. Basically, click to choose a pet to put in each slot. These 2 slots will not be active unless Diana is here. So we can go ahead and say, put these ones, put these ones. These guys will not be active until Diana is here. You can increase the amount of XP that they get though if the pet has an EXP share on it. So currently my Jerry pet has an EXP share on it, so he gains 30% extra pet XP instead of the old 25%. So that's still really nice, but if the pets are at max level, they will not gain XP. So let's swap it to a pet that's not max level, like this. There we go. We can do some other ones like this. So you can have all these guys active, but only one of them will be active when Diana's not here. So while Diana's here, you get to have 3 EXP share pets. But when she's not here, it's just 1. The EXP share may increase in price because it currently, the way it works on the main server is it gives a 25% EXP boost. And the way it's going to work after this it will give a 15% bonus EXP boost on top of whatever your EXP boost is from your taming level. So your taming level now is going to give EXP. Let me scroll to it right here. So basically 0.2% per taming level. So you can get 12% for being taming 60. And EXP shares will give 15%, which stacked with the 12% EXP share rate from taming 60 means you'll get a total of 27%. So a 2% boost to the old use, which is pretty nice. And while Diana's here, she gives a 10% boost to EXP shares, which Diana is really, really good for pets now, like really good. It's kind of crazy how fast you can level pets with her now. But yeah, crazy stuff. Pretty crazy stuff with this update. I think that is it. I believe that's everything. Let me scroll through the patch notes one more time and make sure we covered it all. They also said they may decide to hide elections. So basically you won't know who's winning until the election's over. That could happen. They have explained how perk upgrades go. So if a mayor had 1 perk in the last election, they have a 50% chance to have 2 perks in the next election. If they had two perks in the last election, they have a 3% chance or a 50% chance to have 3 perks. If they had 3 in the last election, they only have an 8% chance to have 4 perks. So that's only for the mayors that do have 4 perks. So a lot of mayors have 4 perks. Not all of them do. Marina has a 4th perk, which gives a 1% sea creature chance as well, or for every 1% sea creature chance, you get a 1% chance or 0.1% chance to double hook sea creatures. So sea creatures getting double hooked is now a stat that can happen on water sea creatures as well. So the giant fishing rod and double hook attribute have been updated to reflect this. Basically, they just show as a stat now, which is pretty cool. But yeah, while Marina's here, you can double hook water sea creatures. Pretty fancy. Diana, her new perk is the EXP, making 3 pets EXP share and the EXP share rate increased by 10%. Then there's Finnegan, who again gives fine flower and has 5 new visitors, 4 or 5. Depending on where you look at. Then there's Cole, who has the Molten Forge perk, which decreases time it takes to forge by 25%, as well as the changed Mining Fiesta with the Glossy Gemstones. And then there is Foxy with the combined perks of the previous, plus Party Chests and the Carnival, which 3 perks, but they're all new ones, so pretty nice. Diaz has the new Volume Training perk, the new Stock Exchange perk, and the Long-Term Investment, which is the next minister will have extra stuff. Very nice. But also, they did nerf Derpy. Basically, he won't close the AH anymore, but he calls for more taxes. So basically, Derpy's turning into Dante. I don't know how I feel about this, but this update basically made a ton of money sinks, but a ton of new fun stuff to go with it. So I'm completely okay with it. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. So make sure to hop on the alpha if you can. Pick up your campaign poster for the main server. And make sure to like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you on the next one. Have an amazing rest of your day, and God bless.